Quora is the best question and answer forum on the web. We bring fresh and interesting content every day. Subscribe not to miss out. This question has been going viral on Quora with thousands of views, and we also got a lot interesting answer from our user. Let's explore them. This is coming from Jean-Marie Valher, and he said, "Will the Ellen Show be missed, or has it run its course? Not just the show, but Ellen DeGeneres herself has run her course. The show was corny, as was the hope. The show was feel-good, good vibes, little cute dances, and elevating the talents of people who were often completely unknown prior to their appearances. It entertained, it did some good, here and there, but the host herself, Ellen, she was mean, she was nasty. Mistreated guests. Had everyone around her walk on eggshells. Firing people for offenses as simple as looking her in the eye or addressing her without being addressed first. She ran her program like fucking Colonel Kurtz in the Cambodian jungle. The horror. So, people started talking. Rumors aplenty. A year or two ago, they were confirmed. More and more people started sharing their experiences with DeGeneres. As it turns out, she made a lot of enemies. Not in the world of show business. Mind you, she was always careful not to bite the hand that fed her and only kick down, never up. But among people in her crew, cameramen, assistants, script girls, extras, you can't be consistently nasty whenever camera's off. Then go and put on the female Mr. Roger act on camera and tell everyone to be kind to one another. Doesn't fly. Ellen DeGeneres pretended to be some sort of lesbian Gandhi for her adoring audience, while being a complete witch to her staff. And in the end, it bit her in her scrawny behind. She just can't find enough quality personnel to shoot her show for her. Also, we received this from John Mixon. Of course it will be missed. After all, despite DeGeneres being exposed recently, it's in quotes because people who knew her have known how unpleasant she is for decades, and her ratings plunging. She still has a large coterie of fans, and many of them are truly loyal to her. Additionally, her show filled a programming hole in a number of television stations' schedule, which is going to need to be filled by other programming. Since Ellen drew good ratings, it's going to be difficult to find a replacement for that. As far as running its course, it actually did that roughly 5-7 years ago. DeGeneres was clearly growing bored with the format, and she was having a difficult time pretending to be interested in what she was doing. If you watch the program in roughly 2013-2014, you can see where her public attitude began to change and she began to expose a harder edge to her appearances. While that could have been for a variety of reasons, it is clear that she was rapidly losing interest in the program. Additionally, she was never a skilled interviewer. She didn't start off from a news background like Johnny Carson and Oprah Winfrey did. She isn't an intellectual like Dick Cavett, and her humor didn't come from an improv background like Stephen Colbert. Basically, DeGeneres asked her guests questions, tried to interject some of her own witness into the mix, and then just sort of sat there for 44-48 minutes. The show wasn't particularly entertaining if viewed now with a skeptical eye. Finally, DeGeneres limited herself to the program. Oprah had specials where she did lengthy interviews with specific celebrities to break up the monotony of her daily program, for example, and that also increased her audience base. DeGeneres seemed to be fine with coming in, chatting briefly with celebrities, getting the rubes to laugh, and then leaving. She doesn't seem to have had a long-term plan for the program, or if she did, she kept it carefully hidden from the public. Yes, a lot of people will miss Ellen DeGeneres when she leaves the program. However, since the program was stagnating anyway, it seems that fewer will than she may have hoped. Joan Wall also said, DeGeneres became a flashpoint for controversy ever since allegations of Ellen having a toxic workplace environment behind the scenes broke last summer, contrasting with her affable public image and catchphrase "Be kind," a former Ellen employee told BuzzFeed last July. That kind of bullshit only happens when the cameras are on. It's all for show. In September, Ellen addressed the controversy on air in her first monologue of the new season. "I take responsibility for what happens on my show. Down, down, down follow the ratings. The show's over, folks." Ellen has gone from pioneer to pariah, The dominoes have fallen on Ellen. Ellen never practiced what she preached. Ellen's greatest performance, hypocrisy in plain sight. DeGeneres will not be missed. Janet Ibarra said, "A talk show doesn't necessarily run its course the way, say, episodic television might. A talk show can thrive for decades." Think Dick Cavett, Phil Donahue, or even Ellen DeGeneres herself, whose talk show has lasted nearly 20 years, as long as the public continues to respond positively towards the host. And for DeGeneres, that's been true now for 18 years. And it might have continued for years to come if not for disclosures over the last year or so that added up to portray DeGeneres as much less kind and funny than she appears on screen. As those disclosures punctured her carefully cultivated image as a sweet, funny, goofy host, it became clear that pulling the plug was the only viable option. William Schroyer also said, "I'm sure plenty of people will miss it. As for me, well, I'm not entirely sure what this scandal was that broke with regard to behind-the-scenes issues on her show. But it makes no difference to me with regard to my missing her show. I have never enjoyed her style of humor or her format of talk show. I've never wished her or her show ill or anything, it's just never been of interest to me. I find her more annoying than entertaining. But that's just me. Plenty of people love her and her style." This is coming from Nora Davis Everett, and he said, "I enjoyed the Ellen show, and I did learn a lot about fame and celebrity life and challenges while watching the show. I would say Ellen DeGeneres did work hard to keep her show ratings high. Always in the public eye, she needs to keep her knowledge of current affairs updated. I enjoyed how she seemed poised despite all the rumors about her in the press and all that is said about her. You can learn a lot from Ellen about real life. Never bother with the naysayers and always reach for your goals no matter how daunting they seem. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there even when you have many critics." So yes, she will be missed, and so will her show. I will not be able to learn new things from celebrities about facing life challenges and learn about new things that are either humorous that happen amongst people or celebrities. Also, we received this from me, AskQuora. "I doubt anyone worth their salt is going to miss the Ellen show other than Ellen D. herself. She has finally been uncovered for what she truly is off the TV screen, amp, behind the scenes of being mean, unfriendly, cruel, condescending to subordinates or those she worked with. She is growingly unfunny, an amp, an aging non-comedian who has lost her craft and amp popularity. Yes, her show and amp, she have run their course. Now, it's time for her to disappear and amp, fade away to become a known entity away from the general public." Ron Richards also said, "Like all shows, they go through a life cycle. The initial occurrence, notice, popularity, a constituency, loss of popularity, decline, and end. All shows go through this. Few go on and on forever. There are exceptions, of course, but most run their course. The Ellen show has run its course. Will it be missed? Sure, by those who have made it a lifelong habit of entertainment, but to the general public, who only watch it once in a while, no." Jessica Vels said, "Up until the scandal, Ellen show was on top of the ratings. It had the possibility to continue if the show hadn't had the controversy. Yet Ellen said that 19 years was all she had committed to doing. I think in some ways it will be missed." Does the network have a plan to replace the show? I can't say I watched Ellen often, but when I had time it was a fun show. I don't like game shows, but that's only me. Dottie Skrek also said, "Had she quit prior to all the bad press that came out last year, I might think it would be missed, but it has tanked in the ratings. In addition to the sexual harassment allegations, people no longer believe she's a nice person, so no one believes the person anymore. Too much evil behind the scenes. Even if she wanted to stay longer, she probably wouldn't be asked. She used to bring in advertising dollars that were outstanding. Not so much anymore." Kevin Burke said, "I think it has exploded under the fakery of Miss Ellen. The show was great because the overriding theme was be nice to each other, accept others, help others. Given that she was a well-documented mean person, it puts things in a different light. I can't say I saw it coming. But her years of harassments of Andy took on a meanness and an undertone early on that bugged me. He was captive to what she wanted to do, to keep his job, and she just seemed to relentlessly bully him beyond what once was a funny thing. Also, we received this from Shelly Kesselman. Well, the two aren't mutually exclusive. A show may have run its course and still be missed. People miss when it was new, fresh, and engaging. That's perfectly normal, if not universal. That's the other piece of this. Some folks will miss it, some won't. Such is life. These are the top best answer we are able to get on the forum. Hope you enjoy them and learn something new. And don't forget to like and subscribe for the next video. Hope to see you in the next video.